All right, let's dive in. Looks like you've been digging deep into digital transformation, specifically how it's shaking things up for small and medium enterprises. SMEs, you've got articles, research, maybe even some brochures, and one name keeps popping up, Aristoverse.
Yeah.
You want the lowdown on what they offer, what makes them unique, and if they could be the right partner for your digital journey. Well, let's unpack this together.
You know, what's interesting about Aristoverse is they've really honed in on this niche, helping SMEs not just survive, but really thrive in this digital world. They've even got this initiative, the Deep Tech Digital Transformation Initiative. It's not just a fancy name. It shows their commitment to bringing cutting-edge tech to businesses that might not have the resources of a big corporation.
Makes sense. But why focus on SMEs specifically? It seems like everyone's going digital these days.
That's true, but SMEs, they often face unique challenges. Think limited budgets, smaller teams, people wearing multiple hats. But at the same time, they have this incredible potential for agility and innovation. They can adapt quickly, try new things, really disrupt the market. Aristoverse seems to get that, and they want to empower these businesses.
Cool. So how do they actually go about doing that?
Well, this is where it gets interesting. One thing that stands out about Aristoverse is their focus on what they call sustainable success. They're not about just throwing random tactics at a problem and hoping something sticks. It's about building a solid foundation for long-term growth.
Sustainable success. Now that's a phrase I like. But what does that actually look like in practice?
It means tailoring their approach to each client, understanding their specific needs and goals, then crafting a strategy that's designed to deliver results over time. And it's not just about vague promises. They're big on measurable growth. They want to show clients concrete evidence that their efforts are making a difference.
Okay, starting to see how they set themselves apart. But let's get into the specifics. We've got this mountain of info on their services. AI-driven marketing, SEO, data analytics. It's a bit overwhelming.
It can be. Why don't we break it down? Let's start with the AI-driven marketing. This is where they use algorithms and data analysis to create super targeted marketing campaigns.
Wow, predicting customer churn with data analytics. That's incredible. Tell me more about how that works.
Essentially, they gather tons of data. Customer behavior, online trends, industry patterns. Then they use sophisticated algorithms, like machine learning, to identify potential churn risks before they even happen. Imagine being able to reach out to a customer who's showing signs of leaving and offer them something to stay. That's the power Aristoverse is giving SMEs.
Mind-blowing. So it's not just about blasting out generic messages.
No, not at all. It's about figuring out what a customer might need before they even know it themselves. Think about it. More engagement, better conversion rates, stronger customer loyalty, all because you're speaking directly to your audience's needs.
Okay, I'm sold on the AI marketing. But what about SEO? Everyone's talking about it these days. But I'm still not quite clear on how it works.
It's definitely become a buzzword, but it's crucial in today's world. Now, a lot of companies, they just throw some keywords on a website and call it a day. But Aristoverse, they take a much deeper approach. They look at the technical side, making sure your website is healthy and easy for search engines to find. But they also go deep into the strategy.
What do you mean by strategic?
They don't want just any traffic.
Wow.
They want the right traffic, the people who are actually interested in what you offer. They analyze keywords, optimize for voice search, which is huge now with virtual assistants, and they create high-quality content that actually engages people.
That makes a lot more sense. So it's about quality over quantity when it comes to SEO.
Absolutely. And that focus on quality seems to be in everything Aristoverse does. Now, moving on to data analytics.
Okay, data analytics, that's a big one. Data can be so overwhelming, but it feels like it has so much potential. How does Aristoverse help SMEs navigate all that?
That's exactly what they do. Think of data like a giant puzzle, full of valuable info, but it's scattered, hard to interpret on its own. Aristoverse helps put those puzzle pieces together. They take raw data and turn it into actionable insights. Not just reports full of numbers, but real insights you can use to make better decisions for your business.
Amazing. Can you give me an example?
Imagine a dashboard that shows you your current sales numbers, but also predicts future trends based on historical data and market analysis. That's the kind of power they offer. Or picture being able to track what customers are doing on your website, like in real time. Identify where they get stuck, and then make changes to improve their experience. That's what data analytics can do.
Okay, I'm starting to see the light. It's like a crystal ball for your business. Based on real data, not magic.
Exactly. And it's not just about looking backward. It's about using data to see what's coming next and making proactive decisions.
This is a lot to take in. I'm also seeing some impressive client success stories here. Is there one that really jumps out at you?
They're all pretty compelling, but the story of Zeno Computers Corporation really highlights the power of Aristoverse's approach. They were struggling with low online engagement, their conversion rates were plummeting. Classic case of a company with a great product but a weak online presence.
So what did Aristoverse do?
They started by really digging deep into Zeno Computers' specific challenges and goals, analyzed their target audience, their competitors, their existing marketing efforts. They really did their homework. Then they came up with a multi-pronged strategy, combined AI-driven marketing with some seriously clever SEO tactics. It wasn't just throwing generic solutions at the problem, it was all about precision and strategy. And the results speak for themselves. In 6 months, Zeno Computers saw their website traffic go up 150%. And their conversion rates jumped by 40%. It just shows what can happen when you combine technology with understanding a client's needs.
That's a serious turnaround. It really shows how Aristoverse doesn't just talk the talk. Okay, I'm seeing a lot here about social media optimization. Seems like they go beyond just telling clients to post more.
Absolutely. This goes back to their emphasis on sustainable success. They get that social media isn't just about likes and shares, it's about building real connections, fostering a sense of community, and turning followers into loyal customers.
So they're saying social media can be a powerful tool, but only if you use it strategically and authentically. I'm also curious about their approach to web and mobile development. Seems like they're big on user experience.
Oh, they are. They understand that first impressions are everything. If your website is clunky, hard to navigate, or doesn't look good on mobile, you'll lose potential customers before they even engage with your brand.
Yeah, no one wants to waste time on a frustrating website. So how does Aristoverse make sure the user experience is seamless and engaging?
They have a team of designers and developers who are obsessed with creating websites and apps that are not only visually appealing, but also easy to use. They're all about user-centric design, which means they're always thinking about the person using the website and how to make their experience smooth and enjoyable.
So it's not just about looking pretty, it's about functionality and ease of use.
Exactly. And they're always up to date with the latest trends and technologies. For example, they're big on responsive design, so your website adapts to any screen size.
Okay, that's super important these days.
Yeah.
I'm also seeing something about PPC campaigns. Can you explain that? It sounds a bit intimidating.
PPC stands for pay-per-click. It's basically online advertising, where you pay each time someone clicks on your ad. It can be really effective for driving traffic and generating leads, but it can be tricky if you don't know what you're doing.
So, practically speaking, what about the cost? I imagine they have different options for different budgets.
They do. They offer a range of PPC packages to suit different needs, but what sets them apart is their strategy. They don't just throw ads out there randomly. They use data and analytics to target the right people, craft compelling ads, and constantly optimize their campaigns to get the best return on investment.
So it's not just about spending money on ads, it's about spending it wisely.
Exactly. They make sure your advertising dollars are working hard. And this data-driven approach is in everything they do.
You know, it's refreshing to see a company that's so transparent and accountable. They're not just making promises, they're showing clients how they'll achieve their goals. Speaking of going above and beyond, I see they offer enhanced offerings and solutions. What falls under that?
This is where they really show they're a comprehensive digital partner. They offer things like business intelligence, automation, cybersecurity. It's a whole suite of solutions designed for the evolving needs of their SME clients.
Let's break those down a bit. Business intelligence. That sounds like data analytics, but on steroids.
You could say that. It's taking data analysis to the next level, using it to make strategic business decisions. Think real-time dashboards, predictive analytics, custom reporting that gives you deep insights into your operations.
So it's not just about having data, but knowing how to use it. That's powerful.
It is. Then there's automation and efficiency. They streamline workflows and design intelligent processes to save you time and money. They can help you automate repetitive tasks, improve communication and collaboration within your team, basically free up your time so you can focus on running your business.
That sounds like a dream for any business owner feeling overwhelmed.
It can be a game changer. And of course, we can't forget cybersecurity. Aristoverse offers advanced security protocols and data protection to keep sensitive information safe. They're basically building a digital fortress around your business.
Okay, that's good to hear. Sounds like they've thought of everything.
They really have. They even offer scalable cloud solutions and data storage. Provides flexibility, security, and room to grow. And through it all, their expertise guides SMEs every step of the way. They're not just vendors, they're partners.
Wow, it really is comprehensive.
Yeah.
Now, I'm curious about another success story. Is there one that particularly stands out to you?
The story of Green India Enterprises is pretty inspiring. They were struggling to establish their brand online and connect with their audience. Aristoverse came in and developed a tailored social media strategy focused on building relationships, sharing valuable content, and creating a community around their brand.
That's a great example of how social media can be so much more than just posting randomly.
Exactly. It's about strategy, authenticity, and understanding your audience. And the results for Green India Enterprises were amazing. They saw a 200% increase in engagement and built a loyal following.
That's incredible. It really shows the power of a good social media strategy.
It does, and it shows how important it is to choose the right partner to guide you. So thinking about everything we've discussed, from the AI-driven marketing to their cybersecurity solutions, what stands out to you as impressive about Aristoverse? What resonates with your own business needs?
For me, it's their holistic approach. They're not just throwing tech at the problem. They're thinking about the big picture, long-term success, sustainability.
Yeah, that sustainable success. It's a real key differentiator for them. They're not interested in quick fixes. They build strategies and solutions that are designed to evolve with the digital world.
So it's about giving SMEs what they need, not just to survive, but to really thrive in this digital age, no matter what changes come their way.
Exactly. Empowering them to adapt, innovate, stay ahead of the curve, building a foundation for continuous growth.
It's like they're saying, we're not just going to give you a fish, we're going to teach you how to fish. And we'll give you the best rods and bait while we're at it. Okay, maybe that analogy got a little out of hand, but you get the idea.
I do. And that's the key takeaway here. In today's world, digital transformation isn't optional anymore. It's essential. But it can be overwhelming, especially for SMEs who might not have the resources of a bigger company.
And that's where a partner like Aristoverse comes in. They guide you through this complex digital world, develop a tailored strategy, help you achieve that sustainable success.
Absolutely. They're not just telling you what to do, they're working with you, providing support, tools, expertise.
After this deep dive into Aristoverse, I'm really impressed. They're clearly passionate about what they do, and they're committed to helping SMEs succeed.
Totally agree. They're not just riding the digital transformation wave, they're shaping it, and they're bringing SMEs along with them.
So to our listener out there who's been doing their research, what's the one piece of advice we want to leave you with?
Don't be afraid to reach out. Start a conversation. What questions do you have? What are your goals? What challenges are you facing? A good partner will listen and help you find the right path.
Great advice. The digital world can be daunting. But with the right partner, it's also exciting and full of opportunities. So keep learning, keep exploring, and keep pushing the boundaries of what's possible. Who knows what you'll achieve?